Welcome to Rollers. Erin and I are here today with Andrew Kelly, and he is going to teach us and give us a beer experience. We're talking really beer basics. Thank you, Andrew.
Oh yeah, so today we're going to look at a couple different beers. We're going to go from light and crisp all the way to heavier, and most people don't know this, but they make sours now. They're very good. They're just a little bit different. So we'll start off with this one. It is River Dog Pilsner. It's a very, very light beer. It's made locally here, right out in Bluffton. It is fantastic. Would you like to take a sip?
And we're having an experience, right? So.
Yeah. And he just poured it for us, and I asked him, is it proper to pour it? Is there a certain way?
So lighter beers in color like this, you want a little bit of an angle to your glass. So
Sure.
you want to just kind of pour it.
And it doesn't have to be a frosty mug.
No,
That's a
it
myth,
doesn't have to
correct?
be, but some people prefer that way.
Okay.
It is up to you and your beer drinking life. So you want to give it a little angle. That way it starts to look like this.
That's good.
Yeah, the top of the foam has come down a
taste?
little bit, but yeah. So the next one is this blonde beer. So blondes are going to be a little bit heavier, got a little more hop
this is
structure
for
to
us.
it. Yes. Look,
Right?
blonde beer. This is from Edmund's Oast. It's in Charleston. It's a great brewery. They have fantastic beers.
One of the things we're noticing, and we talked about before, is the artwork in some of the beers and the local beers that you carry. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Each brewery has their own artwork, and they are very iconic to each brewery.
They seem a little competitive with the marketing.
They are.
In the
I
packaging.
think artists are in general anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
You wanna
this
stand
particular
out.
one, most of the cans are all white.
Okay.
That way they know it's from this brewer.
Is there something unique about the beers that are brewed in our region that is defining for?
Well, I mean, a lot of things come with the water that they use. So our water here is different than the water in, let's say, Atlanta or New York or let's say in the Midwest. So even with the major brewers, let's say it's Sierra Nevada. Sierra Nevada is made in two places, one in North Carolina and one out west. So the beer is actually different because they use different water.
Interesting.
All right.
I never knew that.
Yeah, on with our beer basics.
This Pilsner is a local brewery right here on Hilton Head, so they use Hilton Head water. And it's just a little bit different than that, so the water structure, even though it's the same type of beer, it's going to taste a little different. So this Amber is from Shellring. It's in Beaufort. They are a fantastic brewer as well. So Ambers are a little darker, but in the summertime they can still be drank as a lighter beer because it's not going to fill you up.
Is the little darker going to shift the taste of my beer?
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
So each different structure of beer. So let's say we started with Pilsner and we have a lager. They're just different ways to drink and brew the beer. So with this amber in color beer, so it gets a lot more, it soaks in a lot more of the stuff, and that's why the color is different. So this one just fewer ingredients. This has got a little bit more ingredients.
And moving down the line, in the last few seconds we have.
All right, so we have this pale ale, and then we have an IPA.
Okay.
And then we're moving on to the sour.
the
So
sour.
pale's a little bit darker in color, later in the afternoon, evening type beer for the IPA.
What does an IPA mean? I hear that all the time.
So traditionally it's India Pale Ale, but no, most people don't refer to it at that anymore. It's just IPA now. So the pale ale is just pale. So
Okay.
back when they started brewing these beers, the hops would come from India, hence the India Pale Ale.
Can she come and have a flight and do a little sampling?
Absolutely. So
Yes, talk to us.
not only do we do that, we have a club at the end of the month.
Oh my God.
So beer club, $10. You get a flight of beer, and then you also get a draft beer.
And you don't have to be some like beer specialist.
Nope, you
can
don't.
just be a
but
regular
you can
person.
You can just have fun.
And I think one of the most fun things to do when you come into Rollers also is to walk in and go back to the beer room, because it is really like going to an art gallery, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we have a lot of different art on the shelf back there, and specifically ones that I've tried. So
And
I've been having
Andrew,
a good
you're
time
like
with it.
the librarian kind of that can take us through.
Of course,
and show
yeah.
us.
Just card catalog. We don't do it quite so
Yeah.
intense, but yeah, we do it a little bit like that.
I love it. As
get educated.
always, I know coming to Rollers is a treat for all of us. I'm learning to enjoy beer, learning a lot about it. And I think one of the things about your staff is that you all are extraordinary with what you know and how you can come in and just ask for anything and they can guide you. Thank you. Thank you. Stay with us. We'll learn more later.